Obsidian Flames is almost here, and we are going over every card in the set and reviewing them? I don't know where I was going with that. Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And as I was saying, Obsidian Flames almost here. We don't have a full set list yet at the time of recording. However, that may change by the time the video comes out. I am pre-recording, so I can give myself a little bit of a break. Hope you're okay with that. Doesn't really matter if you aren't, though, so sorry. Let's get into the Pokemon. So we are on the fighting type Pokemon, and as of course, we are using the Justin Basil website. That website, I think, has the cleanest card image with translation that I've seen around, and I think they do a really good job. So I'm using Justin Basil for this. So Diglett. Diglett is a basic fighting Pokemon. For 1 fighting energy, 30 damage, discard the top card of your deck. I like this. I don't like the discard the top card of your deck, but it's a single energy for 30. I've been saying this whole time, single energy for 20 is good. This is single energy 30 with a negative. I love this. I love the design of it. As you gotta be able to build a deck that's okay with discarding the top card of your deck, though. That's the tough part. And then we've got Dugtrio here for a single fighting energy. Dig. 50 damage, flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. Immunity on a coin flip. Not bad, but why are you playing Diglett and Dugtrio? 50 damage just isn't really enough, in my opinion. And, yeah, immunity 50% of the time, but then there's that 50% of the time that you're just going to get destroyed, and you're just a 90 HP Pokemon that's doing 50 damage. So, yeah. Sorry, Dugtrio, but you're not good enough. Now we have the Larvitar and the Pupitar, which we've already seen the Tyranitar in the Lightning-type Pokemon because it is a Terra-type Pokemon. It's a Pokemon that is a different typing than normal because it's terrestrialized or whatever it's called. So we have a Larvitar. 1 fighting energy, 10 damage. 2 fighting energy, 30 damage. Okay, Pupitar. 1 fighting energy, 20 damage. 2 fighting energy, 60 damage. This attack also does 20 damage to one of your benched Pokemon. Not bad. Really, these are just vehicles to Tyranitar. Not bad, but not great, you know. There's a Darkness type Tyranitar that you might want to be using, so yeah, even the fighting energy of this may not be that great. Meh, is what I'm going to say. Meh. Refer to the lightning video for the Tyranitar analysis. Yeah. Promoting my videos. Nose Pass. For a single colorless energy, Iron Gathering, you may put up to 2 metal energy, metal, right? Yeah, metal energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. That's not bad. That's not bad. Getting it into your hand is very nice. 2 colorless energy, 30 damage. So it's a Nose Pass that really wants metal energy. Maybe there's a Probo Pass, and that is why. There's probably a Probo Pass. We just won't see that for 2 more videos. the arm tattoo is what I was looking at. Trying to get on camera. Arm tattoo that's got all the Pokemon energies on it. Yeah. So, Nose Pass is fine. We'll have to wait for Probo Pass to really see how good it is. We got Barbaroach. 1 fighting energy, hide. Flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. I like that they're adding that to the immunity as effects of attacks, because that does eliminate Sableye being as much of a threat for that immunity. It really, for Lost Zone decks, it was really like, oh, you have immunity, I'm going to just go with Sableye, and it's effects of attack, not damage, so it's fine, you know, so I'm glad that they're including that. And then for fighting colorless, 20 damage, would prefer that to be 30, honestly. Now we have Wishcash, 1 fighting, rock wildly. For each fighting energy attached to this Pokemon, discard the top card of your opponent's deck. So, it's a mill deck, It's a mill strategy. And then for 4 energy, 140 damage. So it's mill is the primary reason to play Wishcash. Now, does fighting have really good energy acceleration? As far as I know, it does not. It usually relies on Koraidon EX, which puts 2 energy onto a Pokemon from your discard pile and then ends your turn, so you're not milling. Yeah. Beyond that, I think it could be fun. We'll need better fighting energy acceleration, but right now I think it's just going to be fun. It's not going to be good. The 140 is interesting. It's just enough to make me semi-excited, because 140 can 2-hit KO 280 Pokemon. Obviously, that's how numbers work. But I just don't know if it's really worth it. 4 energy just isn't worth it for that much damage. It's the mill that's really worth it. And then the 140, I was thinking, like, maybe that can, like, get rid of some annoying targets. But in the time that takes you to get rid of an annoying target, they'll have another one, you know? So I don't think it's actually worth it. Yeah, it's the mill that you're interested in. And even then, are you really interested in this mill or Durant? I think Durant is still king of mill. So... Bonsly, another baby Pokemon. 0 energy, beep beep cry. Kind of hope that remains its name. 10 damage, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Not bad. If you need to stall, confusing your opponent, especially early game, is a great way to stall. Because people really don't like flipping tails on confusion, and sometimes they will push themselves into bad situations just to not have to do that. And then the free retreat is nice to see on this baby Pokemon, but the 30 HP really is not. But not bad for a free energy, 0 energy attack. Just not something you're going to build a deck around, obviously. And why are you going to include this when you could just be playing other Pokemon, right? I don't know. The Cleffa that we saw in the Sidekick set at least is trying to draw you cards, even though most likely you'll just get Ionode or Judged. But Bonsly's doing even less, in my opinion. So sorry Bonsly, you're cute, but that's about it. Drillbur, Rising Lunge, 10 damage. Plus, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 10 more damage. So for 1 energy, we really want to just see 20 damage. This whole, like, 15 damage, you know, half the time it'll be 10, half the time it'll be 20. Not a fan of, but it's better than nothing. So, okay. I'm guessing we have Excadrill in Metal Pokemon coming into videos. A lot of rocks have, like, share with metal. It's hard stuff, I guess, right? Stunfisk. Ability. Custom Trap. Ooh. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, if this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, put 5 counters on the attacking Pokemon. Okay. Maybe you get a Rocky Helmet on there, so it basically turns into 70 damage. Ooh. And for a single energy, you're doing 30 damage. The defending Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. 30 damage just isn't what I'm worried about, right? Like, and then you take 70, and so, like, okay, 100 damage for a single energy isn't terrible, but 70 of that's not affected by weakness, right? So that kind of sucks. Not a big fan. Could be fun to mess around with. What other Pokemon have effects where when a Pokemon is KO'd, something happens? Maybe you can trigger multiple things in a single turn, and maybe that can lead to a really fun deck. But I tried to work with Cacturn from Scarlet and Violet for the longest time. It did 30 damage, 3 damage counters. And Rocky Helmet and all that. And it was 3 energy for 70 damage, I think. Just not good enough. And this, I'm still thinking it's just not good enough. Not even a Bursting Balloon. Like, a Bursting Balloon did more damage than this. And that was an old tool card. If we get that back, though, I think it was 60 damage that it did, 6 damage counters. That would be 110 damage counters from attacking into Stunfisk, plus the 30 they did. That's 140. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can get any jank going with this. But right now, from past experience, I'm going to say, no, that's not going to happen. Trapping an opponent's Pokemon in the active, they can't retreat, is also pretty fun for this combo. Digger's Bee. We're assuming the basic is in the colorless Pokemon. Bunnelby. 2 colorless energy, Mud Slap, 50 damage. Okay. 3 energy, 2 fighting, 1 colorless, 120 damage. Discard the top card of your opponent's deck. I kind of like that, but 3 energy, 120. If it was like 150, 140 even, I'd give it 140. But 120 is just a little too low for me. Again, we need a Choice Belt, Choice Band for Pokemon EX. Once we get that, it fixes a lot of numbers for some of these Pokemon. So I might have to revisit some of these Pokemon when that happens, but I don't think it's happening yet. I think I would have heard something. Next up, we've got Crabrawler for a fighting colorless, 30 damage. 2 fighting and a colorless, 60 damage. Okay. Crabominable, a fighting colorless, 50 damage. Don't like that is less than the 3 energy attack on Crabrawler. It's just weird to me, right? And then for 3 energy, 2 fighting and a colorless, a Knuckle Impact, 170 damage during your opponent's next turn. Or during your next turn. Sorry, not your opponent's. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't attack. I like the 170. Love it. The can't attack thing is easily solved with a switch and a free retreater. I think this is interesting. 170 damage is a lot coming from a single prize Pokemon. So yes, I like it and I want to see more of it. I'm excited about Crabominable, but I don't think anyone is going to be playing it. I do like Crabrawler as a 90 HP basic. It's just got a higher end of HP than most evolving basics. And then Crabominable with the 160 HP is still pretty good. I just think it's a fun card. Yeah, I like it. Next up, we got Rockruff. Single energy, fighting, 20 damage. Love it. That's what I expect to see. That is the goal. Lycanroc, 1 fighting energy, finishing Fang, 90 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon has no damage counters on it, before this attack does damage, this attack does nothing. Dang it! Dang it, I thought it was going to be like, do 100 more damage, or something like that. The fact that it fails is just garbage. It's your setup move. It's like supposed to set you up, like, okay, I got my Lycanroc, I got an energy on it, what can I do? I can do 90, cool. It doesn't have any damage counters on it. I can't do anything. No, that's terrible. That's terrible. And then 3 energy, 100 damage? Come on. Throw this Lycanroc in the can, like, it's worthless. It's trash. Here we go. Yes, Toadstool. As a fighting type Pokemon, single fighting energy, 10 damage, 2 colorless energy, 20 damage. Okay, Toadstool. Now, we already seen Toadstool EX, which was pretty good as a grass type. This is a fighting type. It's offering alternative evolution lines. It could lead to something pretty good. 2 colorless, 40 damage, we don't care about. Fighting 2 colorless, double whip, 100 damage times, flip 2 coins. This attack does 100 damage. For each heads. Nope. Toadstool EX. That's the Toadstool you want to play. Yeah, I would even prefer the Scarlet and Violet Toadstool. I think it was Scarlet and Violet. With a single grass energy, it does like 30 damage, and then you move your opponent's energy off the active to someone else. That would be more interesting than what this Toadstool has going on, sadly. Sorry, Toadstool, but you're worthless. Cloth EX. Ability, counterattacking pincer. And it's in English. Ooh, let's just look at the card then in big view. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and it's damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, discard an energy from the attacking Pokemon. I like it. I like it. A little bit of energy disruption there. Then you play some crushing hammers, try to disrupt their energy even further, so they get maybe one attack off, and then you take away 2 of their energy, and they're like, oh, geez, now what do? I can only attach 1 energy per turn. Like, I like it. 3 energy, falling press, 100 plus, flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 80 more damage. Don't like that so much. I think 3 energy is a lot for something that's not going to do 180 consistently. Right? On an EX, a 2 prize Pokemon. Like, yeah, I like the ability. Not sure if I'm loving the attack so much. I would love it if it was like, say it was 100, but then you can discard another one of their energy, right? Like 100 and discard one of their energy. Then we have some synergy between ability and attack, and then we can start rolling on an energy denial deck where it's like, oh, as soon as you get energy down, I'm just going to boss, bring it up, remove that energy, right? Like, that is something I would like to see. 3 energy, 100, and you discard an energy. Yes, I'd be all for that. Okay, so we have 2 Glimmets, and I'm going to be honest, it's going to be hard to beat the one that just evolves. Single energy, attack, evolve, right? So let's see if either one of these can give us a reason to play it over that. So first one, single fighting energy, iron defense, flip a coin. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. Not bad, 50% chance of immunity. Single energy, hang down, 10 damage. No. 2 fighting energy, toxic shard, 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. You're just going to play the one that evolves. You're just going to play that. So, Glimmora EX. Ability, Dust Field. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent can't have more than 3 benched Pokemon. If they have 4 or more benched Pokemon, they discard benched Pokemon until they have 3 on the bench. If more than one effect changes the number of bench Pokemon allowed, use the smaller number. Huh. Okay. That's fun. 2 fighting, 140 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. 140 damage for 2 energy, and they're poisoned. And you have the alternate Glimmora you can evolve into, which sometimes doesn't give up a prize and does lots of poison damage. I'm liking this. It's only while the EX is in the active spot, which is its biggest weakness. So, I'm still liking it. I think this is a fun card. Probably not going to be the best fighting type deck yet, but it is a fun card and can really mess with opponents pretty frequently, especially Jank players like me. But, yeah, I like it. I really do. Koraidon EX, and that's the last of fighting type Pokemon. Splitting Beam, 20 damage, single fighting energy. This attack does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Meh. Fighting, 2 fighting energy and 1 colorless. Giga Press, 230 damage. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. Huh. The other Koraidon EX is just flat out better. Flat out better. I don't really see much reason to play this one. Sorry? Maybe? Yeah, I don't see a reason to play this one. The other one is just so much better. Being the Dino Cry, being able to get 2 fighting energy from your discard, accelerate them onto the field. It does end your turn, sadly, but I think it is just better than this. You know, that one would have to power up this one for the Giga Press. And I think that one also has a really good attack, doesn't it? Let's check. Let me just remind myself, right? Edit. Koraidon. Yeah, 220, can attack next turn. Yeah. The other one's just flat better. just flat better. This new one, not good enough. So, the ones that stood out to me. Let's scroll back up here. No. Maybe Wishcash is interesting for sure for the mill ability. I don't think it's going to it's going to be a deck right now. It needs more. It needs something else, some other fighting energy acceleration. But it definitely could be something. Stunfisk stood out to me. Crabominable stood out to me. And Sword of Cloth. But Glimora stood out to me. So those are the standouts from the fighting Pokemon in Obsidian Flames. Tell me, what Pokemon are you planning on playing? Is there a synergy that maybe I missed out on that you could let me know about these Pokemon? Let me know down in the comments, of course. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the rest of my set review of Obsidian Flames, and join the Discord where there's some awesome people there to hang out with, and you get some more one-on-one time with me. And of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.